We're likely to go through many spiritual initiations through this journey. They're cyclical to some degree, but I'm going to talk about 7 signs that you might notice if you're going through a spiritual initiation. So how might we recognize a spiritual initiation? And what does that even mean? Well, in my life, I have noticed that I've been through a few of them, 3, 4, maybe even 5. We could even call the dark night of the soul to some degree, and in fact, probably the biggest degree, a spiritual initiation. What I mean to say is it's probably the biggest spiritual initiation we ever have as our mental world crumbles and we're reintroduced and remembering our natural essence beyond the mind, before the mind. And so we're going to look at 7 signs or 7 things that you might recognize that you're having to experience as you go through a spiritual initiation. The first sign, and probably the most annoying one, God has gone quiet, or spirit has gone quiet. We tend not to get much guidance in this journey, especially at the start of the journey, because life wants you to get comfortable with uncertainty. Essentially, what's happening down is our will is being broken down so that a larger will can come through. Our natural will, our free will, but we don't believe it to be our free will, and we think free will is of the mind. I'm going to go and do that thing, that negative thing, because this feels like freedom. And actually it isn't, it's bondage, and it ties you deeper into your karma and it's deeper to your mind, and it's not so much fun. But when we're going through a spiritual initiation, we recognize that God or spirit has gone completely quiet on you, no guidance whatsoever, and we have to feel our way through it. Number 2, but before I get on to number 2, I just want to introduce down below some of the free offerings that we have on this channel. Down below you can find a free breathing practice. You can also find some free yoga down below. That's available to you to sign up. And there's a free Facebook community that you can sign up for. It's on Facebook. We're trying to find ways to get away from Facebook, because I know that some of us aren't on social media. But for now, it's just on Facebook. As well, down below, you can sign up for the Awakening coaching. The application form itself is free, which you can fill in, but there's no promises for spaces because we're almost full up, and it's not free to actually do the coaching itself. Back to the video. Number 2, you're feeling, perhaps you will feel very confused, and you might even have the thought, oh God, I've really done it now. I'm lost. And I don't know where I am. Am I even on this journey anymore? Is this real? What's happening to me? Lots of doubt and frustration can be thrown up in these stages. And especially when we talk about the first point in conjunction with that God or the universe has gone quiet on us, it can be a misery-making time. And we will go, that's why they call it an initiation. I've heard from an Asian friend, actually one of my clients, who was talking about how the initiations and the frat houses in America, he studied in America, were crazy. And this is kind of the thing, this is kind of a hard-fought battle. This is what an initiation is. It's not comfortable, unfortunately, but the benefit and the payoff is well worth it once we get to the other side. 3, another sign, your motivation for practice, sadhana, has gone, has completely withdrawn, and we're really having to cultivate the want to even get on the mat. Sorry, I'm just leaning forward and pressing my iPhone because the battery was about to die, and that's where all my notes are, and that wouldn't be very helpful because I haven't got this in here. It's just that. So your motivation for practice will completely disappear, and this is one of those times when discipline is cultivated in a big way. Discipline is something that's earned. It doesn't come to us just like this. It's earned over initiation after initiation after initiation. Don't get me wrong. You know, there's some wonderful moments in there too. It's not just initiation and blasted with crap all of the time. It can feel like that at the start because we're completely changing and our mental world is completely disintegrating. But it's all happening for a good reason. and we're waking up to the truth of who we are. 4, there will be a lot of pressure building inside of you. You might even get the thought of changing path. I had it 3 months ago where I was like, that's it, I'm done with the journey. I'm not helping people. I'm not connected to it anymore. I'm off. I was going to go traveling and be a life coach instead, rather than having this spiritual element. But of course, that was complete ignorance, because I'm made for this. This is what I love to do, and it's what life has decided for me to do, in a sense, if we can speak like that without it sounding arrogant. So there will be pressure building inside of you. You may even want to quit, and I know a few clients have done, and I recognise it. Can't judge them, because I've been there, you know. We sometimes quit and leave, and perhaps we take 6 months out or something, and then we come back, because this stuff we always come back to this stuff, isn't it? The work, the sadhana, the yoga, the breathing practices, the pranayamas, because it's so important to us, and we're naturally curious. 5, I just did that one there. You might naturally feel ready to quit. You're going to leave. You're done. So we won't need to go into this any further, because we've just talked about it. Number 6, these spiritual initiations can last for a number of months. For example, Dark Night of the Soul for me lasted 18 months. I'm sure you recognise that the Dark Night of the Soul can last quite a long time, and that is a spiritual initiation. But after you come out of the Dark Night of the Soul, there are still initiations to be had in relationship to learning different things, to new activities or new perspectives that you have in your life. And so these can last a long time, and you can be lost for months. But as the fog begins to clear, you'll almost rejoice in this wonderful clarity. And like me, I've just come out of one. And you can see the difference, and you can feel it too. So final one, number 7, you might notice that bad habits from the past are going to be having to be addressed again. Sometimes we fret and worry, don't we? We say, oh gosh, I thought I dealt with that bad habit. But don't worry, in earnest, we have. It's time, the time is ticking on it at least. But sometimes we have to readdress, let me go another way. For example, on this journey, constantly, it's like a cycle that goes up and up and up. Yes, there's downs, but then there's highs. And each high will usually precede a down. And each down is a little bit higher than the last one. So we're on this constant evolution up. I can't remember why I said that now. Yes, so when we're at these down moments, we have to readdress the things that we learned at the last high, if this makes sense. So sometimes bad habits will come back to see if we can implement and put into action that thing that we just learned a moment ago. Tends to be that way, isn't it? Oh my God, this feels amazing. Boom, drop and crash. And now I have to implement this stuff and build myself up again to the next best moment, or the next best version of myself. So these bad habits may return, and they'll have to be addressed from your new perspective, your new consciousness. I hope this helps. I wish you the best. It's my deep wish that we all wake up to the truth of who we are as fast as possible. So thanks for watching. If you want, you can subscribe down below. Please like and comment. It really helps the algorithm. And so if you think this message or any of these messages should get out to more people, then please do like and comment. I can't do this without you, unless I sit there and like and comment them on my own for hours and hours, but I'm too busy for that, and it's inauthentic. So we're in this together. And if you want to press the alert or the bell button down below, you'll get notified of my videos straight away, should you wish for that. But if you find me too annoying, then don't do that. Have a great day. Namaste.